Yo, what's up, money makers? I am so excited to just talk to you guys a little bit about myself. I worked for an airline at the LAX airport. Some of you guys may know it's Singapore, it's a subsidiary of Singapore Airlines. And I worked as a financial analyst for 2 to 3 years there. And this is the reason why I quit and I became a gardener, a business owner. Just to have a disclosure out there, there's nothing wrong with that company. I love that company. I love the business. I loved the management. I love my managers. I loved everything about it. But something woke up in me to become a business owner. Something in me just turned on a spark and it became flames. And I was like, you know what? Something about the time, the value of time. I saw marketing receiving contracts and receiving new clients and expanding the business and whatnot during the pandemic. And something in me was like, you know what, Edwin, I think it's your time. And I don't want to bring in a lot of my faith in this, but that's where my foundation is, in a sense. It is, not in a sense, it is. I felt God calling me out like, hey, Edwin, this is your time. And I know it's difficult for some to understand and for some to be like, why would you quit a corporate job that's paying you really great money as a financial analyst that you studied 7 years at Cal State Northridge for to become a gardener, a business owner? And I don't know. I think throughout time, I value nature. That's one thing because I'm out in nature. And then again, money isn't everything, you guys. I used to work 9 hours, 10 hours per day. That's including on the phone, what's up. Because in Singapore, there's 11-hour difference or whatnot. I always have to be responding, and not just that, managers and issues and other departments and whatnot. But number one reason why I ended up quitting my job at Singapore was because I valued my time more. And two, I have unlimited income potential. And that is all dependent on how much I work and how hard I go out there and how well I communicate and how well I self-improve. If I don't work and I don't go out there and grind, I'm not going to get paid, you guys. But if I'm out there establishing relationships, building real connections, things that the universities never taught me, then I'm building something. I'm building a brand. I'm building a business. And the thing about all this on YouTube that I'm doing, I'm only here to share what I love, what I like to do. And for example, I've been in the stock market for over 9 years, about almost 9 years. In the crypto markets, I've been in it since 2017. I sold Bitcoin, like whole Bitcoins. So that's a whole other story why I sold so cheap. But another thing is that being a financial analyst is my thing. But being a business owner, that's what drives me. I love doing the marketing. I love doing the designing. I love being the operations guy day to day. I love being the accountant guy. I would do all my accounting. I would do all my forecasting, my budgeting, my operations. I would be mowing lawns. I would be weeding houses. I would be tree trimming on Sunday at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. In this life, you have to find out what you really love and what you really want to do. Time is valuable, you guys. And I encourage you guys right now, find what you want to do, write it down. If you want to become a business owner, and this is not to encourage you to quit your job. If you have a corporate job that's paying you good money and during this pandemic you need to help out your family, then help out your family. Don't. But somehow I felt like God has called me out. And I think I'm going to preach just real quick. I might lose a lot of people in this. But this is not going to be no more than 2-3 minutes of preaching. But in the Bible, there's this individual named Moses, right? He crossed the Red Sea, right? And once he crossed the Red Sea with a bunch of people, which were called the Israelites, Pharaoh, which was the leader, the king, the ruler during that time, he looked at Moses crossing the Red Sea because God parted the waters. I think you guys have probably heard that story. God has parted the waters, so Moses was crossing. It says in the Bible that Pharaoh observed what Moses did, and from afar, he observed it, and he was like, you know what? If he did it, I'm going to go do it. So Pharaoh goes with his chariots, with his armies, and that's like us. Or what we, oh well, his Pharaoh went with his armies, his chariots, his power, his man strength. And guess what the Bible says? The Bible says that the seas collapsed, and they all died because you drown when you try to follow a word that God didn't give you. So if God didn't give you this word to quit your job, then don't quit it. You got to really pray about it and discern about it and make sure you have a plan. Don't just jump out, if you don't feel that calling or whatnot. So Pharaoh could be someone else, someone can have a better degree. Someone can have more money. Someone can have you may have more resources, but in the end of the day, if God didn't call you to go out there, you're going to drown. It's not going to be for you. You're not going to be able to handle the stress. You're not going to be able to handle the clients. You're not going to be able to handle some things. And right now, I believe that God has each individual in this season for a reason, especially all my viewers. If you're listening to this, I believe that God is telling you guys to not walk in fear. I don't know what that means. I'm not just talking about Zilliqa because I love Zilliqa, but I'm talking to you guys about in your walk, in your daily walk. Whatever you do, do not walk in fear. Make sure you guys walk with courage, walk in faith, and make sure to be the best version of yourselves. And wherever you are, always give it your 110%. Work as if you're working it for the Lord. I don't want to bring a lot of my faith, and I already kind of did, and I apologize for those that do not like listening to this. But I encourage you guys, keep your head up and keep pushing through. And I will release some more news on Zilliqa. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.